Hello, beautiful people. How are you guys doing? Hope everybody is doing amazing. I am doing amazing. Welcome back to another lesson of English with Ashish. And guys, today we are going to learn, we are going to master a very important topic, something that a lot of people are scared of. Think this is difficult, but it's not. It's very easy. We are going to learn direct and indirect speech, which is nothing but narration, right? So we'll understand what is direct speech, what is indirect speech, when to change direct speech into indirect speech, and why do we do it, why do we change the tense, and there's a lot of things that we will be learning and I'll be explaining those things, right? So it's going to be a very important lesson. Make sure you watch it till the end. Let's do it. All right, guys, so the very first thing we'll do is we'll understand what is a direct and an indirect speech, right? So there are two different ways to talk about or to narrate what somebody said, right? To narrate somebody's words, there are two ways to describe it, to narrate it, right? Number one, direct speech. Number two, indirect speech, right? What is a direct speech? Very simple as the name goes. It is a way to narrate what somebody said, right? Somebody's message using the exact words of the speaker. You do not change it, you do not touch it, right? This message of the person is untouched. You do not touch it, you do not change it, right? And that is why we use quotation mark in the reported speech, which is the part that the speaker said, right, that you're narrating. We use quotation marks in the reported speech to make it clear that we are not touching it. These are the words directly coming from the speaker. And we also use a comma to offset it from the rest of the sentence, right? To separate it. That is a direct speech. What is an indirect speech? As the name goes, it is a way to narrate what somebody said, right? Somebody's message, somebody's words. But here you actually change it, right? You change the adverbs of places and time, you change the pronouns, you change the time. There's a lot of things you change. What are these things? Why do we do these changes? We'll talk about them. All right. So let me show you an example and make you understand what is a direct and an indirect speech. Sandhya said to me, I love talking to you. Sandhya said to me, I love talking to you. So this is the reported speech. The part that is coming in quotation marks, this is the reported speech. That means this is the part you are narrating to somebody, and the quotation marks and the comma, it indicates that this message has not been touched. This is coming directly from the speaker. You are not touching it. Sandhya said to me, I love talking to you. This is a direct speech, guys, right? You're not touching it. This message is directly coming from the speaker, right? From a person. Now, when you change it into an indirect speech, you change a lot of things. Look at it. Sandhya said to me has been changed into told me. Said to me. Said plus to followed by an indirect object, right? Is changed into told followed by an indirect object. Said to me, told me. Said to him, told him. Said to us, told us. But there's one mistake that most English learners do, many English learners do, that is they forget this preposition to and they use an indirect object after the word say. So do not say Sandhya said me, Sandhya said him, Sandhya said us. That's incorrect. Said to me, right? Said to him. And this is changed into told me. Sandhya told me. Now, after this part, Sandhya told me, we use a relative pronoun that. Sandhya told me that she loved talking to me. So I is changed into she, love is changed into loved, and you is changed into me. Now guys, let us understand why we have changed these things. I, who is this I? Who is the speaker? Is it me? No, that is not me. It is the person who this message is coming from. And who is that person? Sandhya. Am I talking to Sandhya right now? No, I'm not talking to Sandhya right now. She's not in front of me. So she cannot be the second person you, right? It has to be the third person. And she is a girl. So obviously we have to use a third person pronoun, and that is she, right? Sandhya said to me, I love talking to you. I is Sandhya, and for Sandhya we have to use she. Sandhya told me that she. Love is changed into loved. But why? Why can't it be love only? Why have we changed the tense? Guys, this is called backshift in narration. Now, why have we done it? Let us understand this. Let's suppose Sandhya said this to me a month ago. Okay, she said, I love talking to you. She said this to me a month ago. Now, after a month, I'm talking to you, I'm narrating what she said. So, it might not be true. She might not love talking to me now on this very day after a month. There is a difference between the time when she actually delivered the message and the time when I am narrating it, right? There is a difference. There is a difference. And that is why we have to backshift to make the statement relevant. She might not love talking to me now on this day, on this very day after a month. She loved talking to me back then. All right. It's possible she still loves talking to me. It's possible, but we do not know. And that is why we are back shifting. We are going back in time to make it relevant, to make the statement relevant. Getting the point? Sandhya told me that she loved talking to me. Now, who is me? I love talking to you. Who is you? Sandhya said to me. That is me, right? So, she loved talking to me. Clear? But let's suppose Sandhya delivered this message to me, and right after that, just seconds after it or a minute after it, I have to narrate it to somebody else. Let's suppose we are at a party, all right, and Sandhya is there, I am there, you are also there. She said this to me, I love talking to you. You were there, but you did not hear it. Now you come to me and say, Ashish, Sandhya said something to you. What is that? I want to know. So I'll say, Sandhya told me that she loves talking to me. Here I am not changing the verb, guys. I am not changing the verb. Why? Because there is no difference between the time the message got received and the time I am narrating it to somebody else. There is no difference. And it is very unlikely that this is going to be irrelevant, right? She's still going to love talking to me, right? After a minute or after 30 seconds or 20 seconds, right? It is relevant. And that is why I'm not changing the verb. So a lot of teachers will tell you that change the verb. Simple present, simple past. Do it. It's not like that. You have to understand the context. If you're narrating the message just after you've received it, you don't have to change the tense. You don't have to backshift the tense. Please understand this, right? So we've understood what is a direct speech, what is an indirect speech. Now we'll understand how to change a direct speech into an indirect speech. So guys, there are three ways, three changes that we have to make in order to change a direct speech into an indirect speech. What are these changes? Number one, change the pronoun or pronouns of the reported speech. Now, what is this reported speech? It is the message that you're narrating to somebody else. It is the message coming from the speaker that you are narrating to somebody. Okay, this is the reported speech. So you have to change the pronoun or pronouns, multiple pronouns, depending on the situation, right? Number two, you have to back shift the tense. Simple present to simple past, present continuous to past continuous, and many more. I'll give you the examples. But if the statement is still relevant at the time you're narrating to somebody else, right, you don't have to backshift. I'll give you more examples about this particular point, right? Number three, change the adverb of time and place, right? Now becomes then. Here's the list. You can look at it, right? Now, I'll show you some examples and make you understand. Simple. She said to me, it's raining outside. Said to me, told me. She told me that if you do not want to use that, it's fine. It's okay. She told me it was raining outside. If you want to use that, it's fine. If you do not want to use that, it's fine either. That is, if you use it, it's more formal. If you don't, it's okay. It's not very informal, but that is more preferable, right? She told me that it is not going to change, third person pronoun. It remains it. She told me that it was raining outside. I might be narrating the incident after, let's say, 10 days. So obviously it was not raining then, right? So that is why we back shift the tense. It is raining outside, it was raining outside. Okay, let's suppose you are narrating this thing, this message, just after you've received it and it is still raining. So you'll say, she told me that it is raining outside, because it is true, right? The statement is still true. Okay, so I hope you got this. Example number 2, I bought my favorite phone yesterday, he told me with excitement. I bought my favorite phone yesterday, he told me with excitement. Okay, who is this I? We have to understand, because this is a direct speech, right? That is not me. Who is this I? He told me. That is this guy, he, right? So obviously it is the third person pronoun, it remains he. He told me with excitement that, if you want to use it, fine. Don't, it's fine either. He told me with excitement that he bought is changed into had bought. Simple past, past perfect tense. He had bought my favorite phone. It's not mine, it's his, right? That is the guy. So my changes into his. He had bought his favorite phone yesterday. Yesterday is changed into the previous day. He had bought his favorite phone the previous day. Getting the point? Guys, I do not want you to remember the rules. I want you to understand how things are happening and when they happen, right? I don't want to give you rules, right? If I wanted, I could have, but I'm not doing that. I want you to understand the situations, right? Let's take one more example. Max said, this is my school. Indirect. Max said that was my school. The first that, the relative pronoun is missing, right? I deliberately did it because to that would have looked very odd, right? So I removed the first that, which is a relative pronoun, right? Max said that this is changed into that. That is was. Is changed into was. This is my school. That was my school. You're narrating the message after some time, right? So this changes into that, is changes into was. My, is it my school? My? No, that's not my school. That is Max's school, and Max is a third person. So my becomes his. Max said that was his house, right? Now you are not there in front of the house and you're narrating the incident, you're narrating the message after some time. But let's suppose you're right there in front of the house at the time when the message got received. Just after some time the message got received, you're narrating it to somebody else. You would say, Max said that this is my house, right? This will remain this because you're right there, okay? And is also will not change, is also remains is. This is my house because you're right there, you're narrating the message right after you are receiving it. Getting the point? It's very important, guys. I want you to please understand this. You don't have to simply change the tense, simply change the subject. You have to understand when to do that, right? That's exactly what I want you to do. Okay, now let me tell you the tenses, right? Back shifting in tenses. So guys, simple present tense or present indefinite tense changes into past simple tense or past indefinite tense, present continuous tense, past continuous tense, present perfect tense, past perfect tense, past simple tense, past perfect simple, all right, past continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense. I just gave you the list, but I still want you to understand how it happens. So I'll give you examples, right? I don't want you to remember this. I want you to understand it. Let us take some examples. Present simple to past simple. Examples. I work with the top CEOs of the world. He boasted. All right. He boasted. He was trying to show off. I work with the top CEOs of the world. He boasted. He boasted that he, who is I? This guy. He, third person. So we have to change I into he because that is the guy. Okay. He boasted that he worked. Simple present tense, simple past tense. I work with the top CEOs of the world. He worked with the top CEOs of the world. Simple, very, very simple. Okay. And if you're narrating it right after you receiving it, you know what you have to do. You don't have to backshift the tense. Sandhya told me you look amazing in this dress, which I do. Sandhya told me that, if you don't want to use that, it's fine. Sandhya told me I looked amazing in that dress, right? Who is you? That's me. Okay, Sandhya told me, right? It's me who this message is about. It's me who's looking good, who's looking amazing in this dress. So Sandhya told me that I looked amazing in that dress. This dress, that dress. Okay. Third example. The sun rises in the east, my father informed us. My father informed us that the sun rises in the east. You cannot change the tense here. The sun is always going to rise in the east. It's not going to change. It's always going to be relevant true. So you do not have to change the tense. You cannot backshift the tense. All right. So that's something you have to understand. When what's being said is still valid or related or universal, which is true, we don't have to backshift the tense. We cannot do that. Okay, that will be incorrect. Okay, so that's something you should know. Second, present continuous to past continuous. You are making a lot of noise, the teacher said angrily. Okay, the teacher said angrily that, who is you? You are making a lot of noise. The teacher said angrily. Who is you? That's we, the students. The teacher said angrily that we were making a lot of noise. Okay. You are making a lot of noise. We were. R is changed into were. Are making, were making. Present continuous, past continuous. You were making a lot of noise. Got it? She said, I am getting married next month. She said that she is getting married next month. She said that she is getting married next month. So let's suppose she said that to me on 15th August. Okay, and I am narrating it to somebody on 20th August. So on that day, on 20th August, this is still relevant. This is still true. So I cannot backshift the tense. She said that she is getting married next month. But if that is not true, if the next month is over, let's suppose I am narrating the message on 25 October. Okay, so 1 month is over, it is in the past, now I have to backshift the tense. She said that she was, who is I? She was getting married the next month, the previous month. Now this is also going to change. Next month, the previous month. Okay. Third, present perfect to past perfect tense. Example number 1. I have finished the work, Max said to me. I have finished the work, Max said to me. Present perfect tense. Max said to me, told me. Max told me that, who is I? Is it me? No, that's not me. That is Max. Third person pronoun. So Max, so I gets changed into he. Max told me that he have finished, present perfect, had finished, past perfect. He had finished the work. Simple, very simple. He said to me, I have saved your life. He said to me, I have saved your life. He told me that he had saved my life. Who is I? Is it me? I saved your life? No, that is not me. That is the direct speech coming from this guy, he, third person pronoun. So I gets changed into he. He told me that he had saved your life. Whose life? He said that to me. It is my life that got changed. He told me that he had saved my life. Got it? Present perfect to past perfect. Next, past indefinite tense to past perfect tense. We finished the task on time, he said to me. Okay, we finished the task on time, he said to me. Past simple tense, past indefinite tense. He told me that we finished the task on time. They, okay, we gets changed into they. They had finished the task on time. He told me that they, we gets changed into they. They had finished the task on time. Rahul said to me, I enjoyed working with you. I enjoyed working with you. Rahul told me that, who is I? Is it me? You guys know who's this guy? It's Rahul, third person pronoun. So I gets changed into he. Rahul told me that he enjoyed, simple past, had enjoyed, past perfect. He had enjoyed working with me. Who is this you? Rahul said this to me. That is me. Alright. Rahul told me that he had enjoyed working with me. That is me. Okay. He said that to me. So that's how we change past indefinite tense into past perfect tense. One more, past continuous tense to past perfect continuous tense. Examples. The student said, you were teaching amazingly well. The student said that, who is you? That is me. I will imagine that is me because he said that to me. The student said that to me. So obviously it's going to be me. The student said that I had been teaching amazingly well. Were teaching, past continuous tense. Had been teaching, past perfect continuous tense. I had been teaching amazingly well. Okay. He was sleeping here, the old lady told me. He was sleeping here, the old lady told me. The old lady told me that he, obviously, he remains he. He had been sleeping there. Was sleeping, past continuous. Had been sleeping, past perfect continuous. Got it? Now, when your direct speech has modal auxiliary verbs, verbs like will, shall, would, can, could, may, might, should. Some of these verbs get changed and some of the verbs remain unchanged. So, will in the direct speech gets changed into would in the indirect. Shall, would, would, can, could. So, will and shall get changed into would, can gets changed into could, and all the verbs, all the other remaining modal auxiliary verbs do not get changed. All right, I'll show you some examples and make you understand. Example number 1. You can't beat me in a street fight, he said to me. You cannot beat me in a street fight, he said to me. He told me that, who is you? He said to me. Who can't beat him in a street fight? That is me. So he told me that I cannot beat, could not beat him in a street fight. Could not beat me. You cannot beat me. Who is you? That is me. So I said I. Cannot, could not. Beat me. Who is me? He's talking about himself. I could not beat him in a street fight. Got the point? We will screw your career, the company said. Crazy company. The company said that they or it, alright, it would screw my career. I would go with it, actually, it sounds better. Okay, the company said that it will screw my career, will screw your career, would screw your career. Whose career? Said to me, so it is my career. The company said it would screw my career. Next example. We might visit you tomorrow, my friends said to him. My friends told him, said to him, told him. My friends told him that we gets changed into they. My friends told him that they might visit you tomorrow, might visit you tomorrow. Okay, it doesn't get changed, right? Might remains might. May. We may visit you tomorrow. We may visit you tomorrow. They may visit you tomorrow. All right. So that's how we change modal auxiliary verbs from direct to indirect speech. All right. Now we have a couple of important points. Let's have a look at them. Point number 1. Say always has to be followed by the preposition to when you're using an indirect object after it. So you can't say I said me, I said he said me, he said him, he said you. It's always say to indirect object. He said to me, he said to him, he said to you. Okay, so this is incorrect. He said me that I teach amazingly well. Incorrect. He said to me. He said to me that I teach amazingly well. Or he told me that I teach amazingly well. Point number 1, a lot of people make mistakes here. Okay. Point number 2, we do not back shift the tense of the reported speech. If what's being said, if the message is universally true, is always true, or still relevant at the time of narrating it to somebody, when you're narrating it to somebody, if that is still relevant, if that is still true, you do not back shift the tense. He is my father, John informed me. John informed me that he was his father, is his father. He is still going to be his father. If you think his father might stop being his father, you can change the verb if you want to. You know what I mean. Second example, we are going to London in 2020, she said. She said that they are going to London in 2022. Okay, and you're saying it when you are in 2021. If you're saying it after 2022, you will change the tense. You will backshift the tense. You will say they were going to London in 2022 because now it is 2023. Okay, and it is not true. It's done. So I hope you've understood what is a direct speech, what is an indirect speech, how to change a direct speech into an indirect speech, when to do it, when do we backshift the tense, when we not do that. I hope everything is clear. All right. I hope you like the video. If you're watching English with Ashish for the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button, press that notification bell. By doing that, you will get notified every single time I publish a lesson. If you guys have any feedback, if you have any questions, do let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you very soon with a new topic. Till then, keep learning, have fun. Bye bye.